and today we're talking about Dragon Ball Super Broly. We got just one more movie after this, and to be honest, I wish this was the last one. And what I mean by that is we already covered Superhero, but we just got Dragon Ball GT: A Hero's Legacy left. And why I'm saying I wish this was the last one is because this is honestly my favorite Dragon Ball Z movie, and it's in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. Completely forgot about that until rewatching it. This movie is just animated beautifully, has good humor, has an amazing story, and just amazing fight scenes. I mean, there's so many cool animations of these fights that it's like just blows me away every time I watch it. I'm gonna go ahead and do the quick movie night summary. So basically what happened is we get shown Frieza beginning to reign over his father's empire, where he meets the Saiyans. During this time, Broly, Goku, and Vegeta are all born, which I thought Vegeta was older than Goku anyways. But yeah, Broly ends up kind of having the strongest latent power. King Vegeta III doesn't like that, so he sends off Broly to a random planet where Broly's father Paragus follows. This is all happening at once, by the way. During this time, Paragus trains Broly on the planet that they're on, which is like a hostile environment. At this time, also Bardock, which is Goku's father, is coming home from a mission. In that, he kind of is suspicious about why the Frieza Force is all over their planet and everything. He gets to see Goku for a bit, and due to his hunch about, or Kakarot, I guess, due to his hunch about something going wrong, he sends Kakarot off, and then goes to confront Frieza. Vegeta the Fourth, Prince Vegeta, is off Earth at the time, or off planet Vegeta at the time. So Frieza blows up the planet, leaving Vegeta and his squad, which we know as Nappa, Raditz, and then another Saiyan that I guess died off along the way. Kakarot, who becomes Goku, and Broly and Paragus to survive. Jump ahead 41 years, and we have Goku fight and Vegeta training, where for some reason somebody broke into Bulma's house and stole all the Dragon Balls and the Dragon Radar. Obviously it was Frieza and his forces. Frieza is now back, and he wants the Dragon Balls for his nefarious deeds of growing 5 inches. During the time, they asked Bulma why she was gathering the Dragon Balls, and it was for her humble deeds of looking 5 years younger. So that was one of my favorite jokes running in this movie, was the Dragon Balls are literally being used for the dumbest things, which is also done in Dragon Ball Superhero, which I think is just amazing. That it's gotten to the point now where the Dragon Balls are just kind of used for cosmetic changes and stuff like that. But yeah, so anyways, Goku and Vegeta and Bulma go to investigate where the Dragon Balls are. During that time, Frieza lands with Broly and Paragus after picking them up. I forgot to mention that Broly and Paragus are found and brought into the Frieza Force. They go down to face off against Goku and Vegeta, where Broly can barely contain himself, and he rushes, and the last hour of this movie is all fighting. So at first we get Goku versus Broly, Vegeta versus Broly, where Vegeta pummels Broly, goes Super Saiyan God, and punches Broly through 5 mountains. After that, Goku challenges Broly, where he, I want to make sure that I don't lose power again, where he basically goes Super Saiyan God, and holds holds off Broly pretty good. He actually puts Broly in a sort of paralysis and tries to talk him down, which is a first for Goku. Not being like, hey, can you get stronger? He's actually like, I could tell you don't like to fight, so if you don't want to fight, you can stop. And Broly retakes over the telekinesis and throws Goku down. During this, we get one of the coolest power-ups into Super Saiyan Blue. It actually feels like Goku was trying to get into Ultra Instinct at that point. And fights Broly at Super Saiyan Blue for a while. During that, Broly finally unleashes his legendary Super Saiyan abilities, where Goku is starting to get overpowered. Vegeta goes blue and tries to help, and Goku comes up with a plan to meet up with Piccolo. So they leave Broly to fight Frieza in what I think is the funniest scene. One of the funniest scenes is they're flying, getting chased by Broly, and they pull up and they're like, "Your turn, Frieza!" He's like, "What?" And then we have Frieza fighting Broly for what was clocked in movie time, not in the actual length of the movie, an hour, as Vegeta and Goku practice the fusion dance with Piccolo. They mess up the first 2 times, and they have to wait a half an hour each time, so that means that Frieza was getting beat up by Broly for an hour straight. Gogeta comes back and fights Broly, and goes Super Saiyan, then Super Saiyan Blue. This fight is amazing. They end up at one point crossing beams so hard that they break reality for a minute, and then unbreak reality with another, and then Gogeta almost destroys Broly, who is wished away with the Dragon Balls by the people that saved him, named Chile and Limon, I believe, which Chile's the new thirst trap in the show and the movies. But yeah, so gets teleported over there, and it ends with Frieza plotting to take Broly back, while Goku promises Broly that he's going to train him, and that Broly can call him Kakarot, and that's how the movie ends. So like I was saying, the fight scenes in this are just beautifully done. You get like a POV of Broly fighting, where you're Broly fighting Goku. You feel every punch thrown. There's just like really cool like little things. Like there's a part that you can only audibly hear when Gogeta, I think it's Gogeta, is fighting Broly. You hear like 10 punches like into Broly's chest, like you just hear, and he's like going so fast that you can't hear it, or that you can't see it. And then there's like a part where like Gogeta goes up, he's like boom, like that. It's just like little cool things that like they throw in there during these fights. How Super was all 3D, Broly was only 3D for like certain parts, which was a little jarring, but the movie was also so crisp that was great. The characterization that they did for Broly in this is like infinitely better than the original Broly, and it's honestly the best development that they've had for a villain in Dragon Ball ever, in my opinion. It like makes sense about his uncontrolled rage now. He was literally abused by his father, emotionally, verbally, and physically, through his entire life, who was the only human he interacted with. And he's a gentle giant, except for when he's triggered. And I don't mean somebody saying something, but it's not somebody saying something like Kakarot, but it's just like he sees something he disagrees with, and it triggers this response of him fighting like an animal, which is just really, really cool. But yeah, I like how they had Broly as a sympathetic character instead of just a buff machine that can't think for himself even when he's in base form. Broly cannot think for himself in this movie, but not in the sense of he's dumb and mindless. It's he was, again, tortured by his father to be complacent. So yeah, it was great. This movie I'm giving a 10 out of 10. Love it to death. If you guys want to see my review for Superhero, it's already up from when the movie was released. So go ahead and watch that. Next month we're closing off with the Hero's Legacy, and then we're going to go ahead and start a new series that we'll talk about next month. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and follow me on all my social media down below. It's that Nerd